Hi there, Tita 18 here, Theda Pilar Pineda from Honolulu, Hawaii. I would just want to share with you some thoughts about SB19. Of course, what else could it be? If you know SB19 and you even call yourself a fan of SB19, you should know that each of them are different people. Each of them have different personalities. And even as a group, when they perform, they are not all wearing the same clothes. And if you pay attention also, when those designers created their outfits, the designers themselves say that it wasn't very hard to design their outfits because each of our boys have their personalities and they have their preferences. So that alone, you should realize that each of them are individuals. And even though they are SB19 as a group, they are different people. And if you haven't realized why they are doing very well, let's just put it that way, they're internationally known, they have fans all over the world, it's because of that individuality, even as a group. Imagine if they all sound the same. Would that be a very dynamic group? Even if they're singing the same songs as the songs that they have now, if they all sound the same, if their voices are all the same, you think their songs would sound as good? Of course not. That's what makes SB19 SB19, and the songs that they have put out are very unique. They don't sound like anything else. They have created so many sounds, so many songs, not only because of its lyrics that speaks to you, but the tone, I don't even know if you call that a genre. It's just that it's so not typical. But I'm always in awe how all these songs are very different, yet there's always a soul to it that speaks to us, that teaches us, that reminds us, that inspires us. What else could it be? Why SB19 is successful? It's because they are probably the only group that I know that allows themselves to grow individually. They support each other in what they want to do, they want to pursue besides being SB19. And because they're able to do that, when they come together, they're more brilliant. You know, if you are doing the same thing over and over as a group and that's all you do, and you don't explore to do other things, then your output would just be the same. But that's not the case of SB19. You know, Pablo has his own thing. He's successful with his brother with the songs that he's put out as Pablo, right? And as Red Kids. Stel has his own thing, and you could say has his own audience as well. People that love the singing that he does, like the ones that's composed by Ryan Cayabyab. You know, not everybody in SB19 can sing that kind of songs. And so that's Stel's line, and that's how we love Stel for those songs. Ken, on the other hand, has also his style, and he's very dynamic, that he can go very edgy, and yet Close Up would hire him to be that sweet singer, lounge singer. Josh has his own thing. I actually cried when I watched his concert, his first album concert, because it was all his heart and soul, and he opened himself up to the public, the things that he went through. That's showing his artistry, and that's his own style. And Justin, he represents the pureness of things, of thoughts and hearts of us sometimes that we forget. And he still has that, you know, through his songs. And that's what makes him special. And for him to have the mind of being able to create and help other people with their music video, that's something special about Justin. So each of them are very multi-talented, And when they come together as SB19, that's when you're like, it's like these are the greats, like that are put together in a group. That's why they're explosive. Now, what is my point? My point is, if you're a fan of SB19, yet you are saying negative things about any of them, then you don't understand SB19, right? Why would you say, for example, that one of them is acting up and looking certain way, dressing up certain way to outshine the other boys? That this person is seeking more importance. Why would you say that? If you are a real fan of SB19 and you really understand that each of them are individuals and each of them are artistic in their own way, why would you say that? It just shows who you are as a person, that you don't have confidence in what the others can do. Let's say if Ken is getting all the attention because of what he does, how he dresses outside of SB19, why is he getting all the attention? Because there are people that like him for who he is, and there are people that like what he put out there as an artist. Now, why would that overshadow the four? Because when it's time for Stel to shine, when he has his own concert, he also shines as Stel. And the same thing with Pablo when he has his tours as an individual. He also has a lot of fans that go to those small concerts. Mall concerts that he has done so far. And the same as Josh, the same as Justin. People go and support him with what he does, and he also shines in those events. So why would you say that one of them is, attention seeking? He is edgy because that's how he is, that's his persona. But once he's back with SB19, then he doesn't use those grills or whatever, those things that he's using outside, or dressing his pants halfway down when he's part of the group. Does he dress like that when they went, for example, the last one that they had was the Filipino Music Awards? They all look good with their outfits. No, because he knows his role. When he's not performing as SB19, he's being himself, and he dressed to the occasion. You are a fan because you saw something that you like about the artist, right? That's the first thing. That's the reason why you're a fan, or you call yourself a fan. Now, do you have the right to tell the artist how to do things, how to dress up, how to look, how to say things, how to perform? Because you call yourself a fan? No. You have to realize that artists are not common people. I'm not saying that to put them on a pedestal. That's straightforward. Real artists that we admire are not regular people. Artist has to have a certain amount of extrinsicity. That's why they're able to create, and we aren't able to create like what they do or what they have done. Let's accept that. We all have an ounce of creativity because we create different things. But for a person to create something great and admirable, pleasing to the ears, enjoyable, lift us up, bring us to a different dimension. When we hear their voice, when we hear their message, they make us cry, they evoke emotions from us. That's artist, and that's art. Just like how they say in a painting, you know how they say, oh, there are different types of paintings. Sure. And each of those evokes different feelings from us, the audience. Now, if, for example, Picasso has his way. He has his own style, right? Picasso. Cubism. If you, as a fan, so-called fan, tell Picasso, why are you painting like that? Boxy, cubism style. It's ugly. Don't do that. I'm not happy with you. I don't like you. I don't like that. You think Picasso cares? I mean, if you live in his time, and that goes with every artist from the beginning of time and until now. Whether you believe that or not, you have to think, you have to realize that though. So, don't force yourself, or don't tell the artist of how they should behave, or how they should create, or how they should look, how they should wear things, because that's what you like. You know what's your option? You don't have to be a fan. Doon ka.